welcome to your favorite podcast.
So, yeah, welcome back to the pod.
So we tried recording episode 2 already. However, we also had the very brilliant idea of both chugging energy drinks
Never again.
throughout this course of the podcast. And so as we recorded it, it slowly turned into a crack house?
Crack house.
Crack house. It turned into a crack house eventually.
Turned into a crack house.
Don't be looking. It turned into... Wow.
Yeah, those are nice paintings.
Yeah, those are nice.
Or whatever.
It's been a long fucking week.
Yeah.
Pardon the French.
It's been a long year.
It's been a long year, but this week is specifically has just been a pain on me in many ways. I've had to consider more life decisions, deal with more issues going on in my life than I have ever in the past before. It's been very turmoilful.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a word, but it's turmoilful.
Turmoilful. Yeah.
It's the best way I can describe it, yeah.
Yeah. I know for me, just like this year as a whole, I wouldn't say it was a complete 180, but it definitely like gave me hope. And by year, I mean school year, because finals are coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Fun.
When do you get out?
The week after this coming one.
Okay, me too. This your finals week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. We have the same schedule then.
So, yeah.
First week of May? Yeah, that's how we are.
So, I want to talk about college and the concept of it as a whole. There's some other things that I want to talk about as well, but I'm gonna just keep this one compact and concise. I know for me, to sum up my first year at college, it was decent.
Yeah, I'd say so too. I mean, I can't call it completely decent because, I met a lot of people who I can tell are going to have a heavy impact on my life and are going to have a heavy impact on my future 100% of the time. So I can't really say anything about, per se, me being like, oh, this year has been average. It's been an exceptional year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for me personally, I've had to... I don't know, it's something that I'll openly discuss any time of the day, which is that for a long time I was on ADHD medication for a very long time. And for me personally, it just hurt me more than it helped me. That's not to say that you shouldn't try it. If you know you have ADHD or feel like you should go to a professional and get that diagnosed and see if you need something for it. There are alternatives to medicine. However, medicine can help you temporarily, but it really did mess with me personality development wise, and so I stopped in December of 2019 or 2020 or 2019, one of the two, I can't remember, but that was the last time I ever took it. And since then I finally had time to begin to develop my own personality as it is. So it's been interesting to finally learn things about myself. I'm in a sense a child. Of course we're all children. I mean, we're both young as frig.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We're neither of us are even 20 yet.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's crazy.
Even turning 18 didn't feel any different. But that being said, we're still basically children. And so, I feel more of a child because I really, really don't know who I am. Plus, I don't know who I am. I truly don't know what I am as a person, I guess.
And I feel like that also just attributes to not a brain fart, but I feel like that attributes to life
100%.
in general, us growing up and not really having school not really teaching us about that type of shit.
No,
we, and also this just goes into adulthood in general. We just got here.
Yeah.
This is still fresh in our heads
brand
and shit.
new, brand new,
and it really shows that this shit is not a race.
No. It's not, because you can talk to a 45-year-old dude named whatever, and he will be like, dude, I don't even know what the hell's going on.
And then you can talk to a 19-year-old that's like, oh yeah, I already have my own apartment. It's
I wish.
it's
but
it's crazy. And I know for me, it's kind of been rough too, especially for the first and just I'm talking about just adulthood in general. Last year was fucking terrible. Up until late fall.
Yeah.
December. Because I know for me, usually around that time, I I guess you could say, seasonal depression. I don't consider it depression because I don't know if I have it or not. I don't want to self-diagnose.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's
But-
like, I think that you just sort of like form a disconnect at the end of the year. I know, I've known this dude for, I don't know, 6-7 years now, and I can for certain say that every single time that winter comes around, you automatically go into this like self-evaluation mode of like, what did I do the past year? What can I change? What can I keep? And like, it's always impressive how you like, it's always consistent. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, it's like there was that one fall or winter break, sorry, that you came back and you were like, oh yeah, I just did so much like self-reflection, and I was like, whoa. And then I like thought about it, and I'm like, you do that every winter. You're like, okay, I know what I need to change. Like, I know what I need to keep.
What's funny is the thing is just like most of the time I don't implement it
Yeah,
at all. Like I know exactly the time you're talking about. During that time, I still was on some bullshit, bro. Like,
yeah. I mean, we all were.
like,
Dude, like thinking about high school, man. High school is a joke.
oh my gosh, bro, nigga, oh my gosh,
It's such a joke.
fuck high school.
No, fuck the whole K through 12 education.
Fuck
as
the
it is
whole
right
K
now.
through 12 education. Eat my ass.
Because okay, my problem is with the whole K through 12 education, as is from an outside view. Now that I've just left it, is that you have like full blown adults that have 401ks and dental plans and like full
healthcare.
governmental benefits having beef with like 15-year-olds. Like, I'm not even joking.
I mean,
Like,
you have to admit though, sometimes the 15-year-olds are kind of dickweeds.
but at the same time, it's like they're over the top sometimes. Like, they go on power trips.
True.
Like 90% of the time, if you got in trouble with administration, it's because they didn't like the way that you were behaving.
True, and that's pretty messed up too, because it's like you can be like 8 or 9 as a child, and you do like something. It's just like you're doing some regular kid shit, like
Yeah.
it's just a mistake, and you get like in big trouble for it.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, you're saying you learn, and like thinking about it more and more, you're like, okay, the punishment did maybe help me, but it also left me like traumatized. And I think that's like maybe the problem that I'm dealing with right now is that I'm trying to figure out how much of the stuff that I've gone through as a person, specifically through punishment, has helped me, and how much of it has just left me traumatized and broken. You know.
Right, and likewise, I've been doing a lot of more self-evaluation now.
Yeah.
Nowadays, like, to like talk about like this last year, I will say like November and winter, when I got into like that type of mood, it didn't feel as bad as it usually was.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was large part because of like the fact that this is like the first time college, this is like the first time in like fucking years where I've actually been going to school with actual real people and not online, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Which is like, when you think about it,
you were online for a while.
I was online for a long time.
Yeah.
I hated it, but at the same time, I liked it simply because I didn't have to deal with any vocal shit in high school.
Shoot.
And
makes sense.
I find that funny because
now you're like actually like enjoying it.
yeah, I enjoy it now.
That's so crazy. I want to sit up here. I think it looks fun.
You're good. You're good.
I can't sit on here because it said you're on ass if I sit here. So anyway.
But yeah, like doing that helped a lot. And also just like hanging with you and just like other friends as well. Because that's something that I never really did before until like the summer after senior year.
Yeah.
So doing that more often, especially during that point in time, definitely helped me cope during that point in time as well. And I just like realized like if I want to get to where I want to get, I actually have to put work in now. Like I can't just make excuses. You know what I mean?
Fuck, bro. Why does dude, I'm mad. Every single day this week, someone has come to me with like some form of advice. Like that wasn't direct advice directed at me, but like someone has every single day this week said something to me that has just like punched me in the gut. Like that right there was just like the worst punch in the gut.
Like, do you ever like sit down and just think about like the shit that you like accomplished?
No, because I don't feel like I've accomplished anything.
Likewise. But recently I tried it.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like sitting down and realize what I've accomplished. I've accomplished quite a bit. Like,
yeah, no, we've done a lot. It's just I feel like it's all been to waste because it's like it's all like a reset.
because of us starting back at square one.
Essentially, but that's the funny part, is that this square one feels so much better. Like, I don't know, there's much more freedom to it, there's much more communication to it. Like, you sort of have this realization once you enter this stage of life that you're allowed to do your own thing as long as you communicate it properly to the people around you.
Exactly.
You know? And that's something that I'm still struggling with. Like, that's not to say, like, oh, I'm perfect at it.
Right. And you're like, it's like in a way you're left to fend for yourself, but if you either A, have like the mental fortitude to be like, okay, let me get my shit done.
Yeah.
Or B, like, you have like a good support system around you, you can accomplish like some genuinely like good things in life.
I mean, listen, there's so many times where I'm like sitting there on my toilet watching TikTok while taking a dookie. Which, by the way, hold on, sorry, slight side tangent. People that say that they pee while using their phone on the toilet are like lying. Like, when I sit down on the toilet, I do whatever I need to do on the toilet first, clean up, and I just stay there. Like, if I'm in my house, I'll just stay there, and I'll just. I mean, some people like fall asleep, but
I have.
I know. Bro said.
The only thing that wakes I'll just fall asleep and stay asleep. The only thing that wakes me up is my phone hitting the floor.
Yeah, I believe it.
But I do the same thing too, with the bathroom. But
sorry, that tangent kind of threw me off, and I completely forgot what I'm talking about.
But it's like,
it's true.
That's support systems and people.
Yeah. I remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, like, when I'm sitting there, like, I know that if I get up off the toilet, I can go do stuff. It's just, I don't know what in the world I'm gonna do. You know, it's like all these things that I could come up with of what to do, but it's like, I don't know what the hell to do. I don't know where to start.
Finding your purpose.
Yeah, even, like, it's funny because it's like, the whole point of college, in a sense, is to find what your purpose for the rest of your life is going to be, at least financially. But it's funny because high school completely beats it out of you. Like, you're expected as a person to leave high school, which has beat you down academically, emotionally, mentally, physically, sometimes.
It depends on the person, but yeah, most of the
like,
time.
Most high school students leave high school broken in every way. Because in many ways, I don't know, I think it's good to get help when you need it. I didn't, and I haven't. I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy is important. However, everybody has their own forms of therapy. For me, for example, this is my therapy. I get to talk, and I get to talk to a camera. I don't find solutions per se, but I get to ramble, and I get to kind of, find my own meaning. Yeah. And it's important.
Like, I'll always say, like, I'm an advocate for, like, using creative forms as a way of therapy.
Yes.
I feel like that helps a lot.
God, even even if you're not a naturally creative person, like, you have the ability to pick up something and just, like, doodle. And I don't mean, like, you don't have to doodle, like, freaking, like...
Picasso.
Yeah, like,
shit.
You don't have to, like, freaking Google, like, the portrait of my dead brother from fucking Dali and just have this, like, super, super complex, like, image of it. Like, with this whole story behind it. You can just, like, fucking sit down, take a pen, and just, like, doodle a tornado. It's literally just drawing in circles down. That's it. That's all you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll literally, like, that's it. Like, it'll chill me out like crazy.
Like, for me, I write.
Yeah.
I just write down. And it helps. It helps a lot, man. Like...
That's funny. Like, as much as I don't like the instrument that I play sometimes, like, sometimes if I sit down and I literally just go, oh, I'm gonna just sit down and just go... Like, even though I can't play piano that well, and I can still read music, and so I can still try, and I can still have fun doing it.
Yeah, that's me with singing sometimes. I like getting an appreciation for singing again from going to college is great. Mind you, do I feel like you need to go to college for singing? No, you don't need to. But I will admit that I'm grateful for
the opportunity you're presented.
Yeah. And also, like, bro, my vocal coach has made me realize things about my voice that I didn't even know myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's true. Like, when you finally have a vocal director that cares about every single individual student and not the ones with the big tits, that kind of helps out too. Or the little boys. I'm sorry. Apologies for throwing heat out, but the amount of pedophilia that you notice when you attend a high school from
when you attend a middle
older
school.
folk, even middle school too, yeah. when you attend school in general, the amount of pedophilia that you notice coming from people in power is freaking hilarious.
Genuinely, it's so weird.
Because it's like they don't recognize the fact that they're making people around them uncomfortable.
But it's because it's like, oh, we're old school. Duh, 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 duh. It's like,
Yeah, we're old school, so we're gonna molest children.
It's like, bro, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. Like, I'm gonna hit my kids because that's how I was disciplined when I was younger. It's like, bro, no.
I hate that. Like I said this morning. Like this morning, I had like a moment with like my girlfriend's younger brother. Like I don't know, we always had tussle. Like I don't know, he's just a little dude, so he kind of like just wants to tussle all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like today, he was like angering me, and like I hate the fact that at one point or another, I had like the primal urge to just smack him as hard as I possibly could upside the head, because it's like I stopped myself and I was like because I'm aware. I don't know how to explain it, and I guess like my girlfriend put it perfectly. Is that because I was upset the other day that I had like let my stress kind of go into her, because I was kind of like getting upset with her over something that wasn't to do with her at all, and I apologized over it, and she was like, I mean, look, I know that you hate that because that's kind of how that's what happened to you as you were being raised, but at least you're noticing it, you know? Like there's a lot of people that will like be stressed and start taking it out on other people around them and not realizing that they're doing it, and that's like something that I'm self-aware of. Even like wanting to smack the absolute gobshite out of this child, I like stopped myself and I was like, there's nothing that I gained from it other than just release, and so I stopped myself.
Right. And
I ended up smacking him like 20 minutes later, but not like in this, that it was because I was like in control of the situation, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna smack him just because like it's just now we're actually like play fighting.
It's like a
Yeah, it was like a bruh. But before it was like I felt like my heart like go like anger mode, and just like I was about to I can't punch hard. I'm a tiny person, so I'm not gonna be like, don't mess with me or when I get angry. But like, dude, I can't take people seriously when they do that. people that unironically look at you, they're like you won't like me when I'm mad. I'm like, okay. Okay. Like I don't know what you expect me to do, like when you say don't mess with me when I'm mad.
like talking about that, like going off of the conversation that I had earlier this morning. I don't know. I found that interesting, you know. And I mean, I'm not trying to say that, oh no, she's not like her feelings aren't justified or whatnot. Like, of course, I act like a dick a lot.
I don't know. I do the same thing, and
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, you finish what you're saying, because I know what you're saying.
It's like I get very apathetic around specific people, and sometimes I don't know why. Sometimes it's like I just want to be left alone, and I just want to like work on my shit, or I just want to sleep because today's been a long day, whatever. Or sometimes it's just like sometimes I feel babied, like I still feel babied and whatnot, and that kind of like throws me off. Also, I think that, well, this is something else. I'll let you talk. So.
No, I was just gonna say that, like, I don't know. I guess I'm like a stereotypical dude in the sense that I don't really open up my feelings. Like, I'll talk about like goofy crap with other people, and as far as opening up about my feelings, it's really rare that you see me do it. But like, it's funny because like my partner came into my life and she was like, oh no, you're gonna feel things now, and I was like, what the fuck? And so now I'm like dealing with all these like different like emotions when it comes to people around me that I've like never really felt before, because it's like what you're talking about, it's this feeling where it's like you don't want to say that they are doing the wrong thing because there's a person you respect, but at the same time you can tell that it's negatively affecting you, so it's like they can go fuck themselves. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Also, speaking of that conversation we were talking about friends, I think it's just like the person I'm referring to, they said something like I should have more friends.
Shut up. Dude, actually shut up. That's actually the dumbest sentence possible.
And I'm like, I understand because I don't really talk to her a lot about like my personal life, so she doesn't know that I like.
That's fair.
I have like, I have like a relatively sized circle of people that I fuck with. Then there's like a circle inside that circle, like people that I genuinely like trust with my life type shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I have people that I talk to outside of just, oh yeah, the 3-4 people that I talk to on the regular. I think I know who that is probably.
Jamari.
Yo.
Not even coming.
Good morning.
Not even coming.
Okay. What the fuck are we talking about?
I don't know. I want to do
We're-
some goofy.
We're getting sentimental.
Oh, okay. Quick, goofy stuff. Consumer corner.
Consumer corner. Ooh, consumer corner. Well, we just said fuck the
No.
fuck the contemplating.
Yeah.
Fuck the contemplating. But to just wrap up what I said, quality over quantity when it comes to friends.
How do you like Bailey's, Jamari? Jamari,
Head.
how do you like the gym, Bailey's?
It's alright. I just go there for the hoop. I ain't gonna lie. It's like every other gym, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. I mean, I've only worked out there a couple times, and like, I don't know, they have like a decent amount of equipment, but I go to the one in Mandarin, so they're kind of weird sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
It's not Mandarin. It's the one in off of I think Bay Meadows or something.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that one.
No, that's Phillips Highway. All right.
Consumer corner.
All right. Now that we got the sentimental, contemplative stuff out the way, we're doing the consumer corner. Where we talk about shit that we consume and stuff.
Since last.
Since
Which is a long time.
Especially since this is a redux of another episode.
That went to shit. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if the thing is working.
So I'll start real quick. As far as consumption goes, I said it in the other recording of the episode, but I guess I can just say it here. I played a lot of Batman, like most of the Batman games. I did not finish Night all the way to the Deathstroke battle because to get there you have to do a bunch of extra crap that I don't feel like doing.
That
really.
shit sucks.
Like to really complete the game and get the Riddler in jail, I'm not doing that.
Like,
There's no reason.
YouTube, just YouTube, but
No, I know. If I really want to see it, I can see it, but I don't really care for it. And I know like the ending where like he pops up with the scarecrow gas and like that's like super dope.
that Deathstroke boss fight was so disappointing.
Yeah, because
bro.
you just pop out and you one knock him
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
just a
Yeah.
Cloudburst clone. I was like, that stuff is garbage.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm like annoyed with Night.
Currently, for me, I haven't been consuming a lot of things recently. I know like a couple of weeks ago, I watched this movie called Little Miss Sunshine for the first time. I think we talked about this on the other.
I think so.
Yeah, we did. But just to like sum that up, Little Miss Sunshine is a really good movie, and Paul
And
Dano's
Steve
in it,
Carell.
Steve Carell.
That's the if you're coming here from TikTok, is the you can't fly planes if you're colorblind, and he goes and then all the little white girls go, oh my god, Paul Dano's so high, he makes my pussy quiver.
That's wild. I mean, that scene in general is actually like.
It's a really cool scene. It's just like overplayed by
I-
people that like want to over sexualize an actor.
The aftermath of that scene, though, just fuck. It's so good.
I believe it.
It's such a good.
I've never
movie.
seen the film.
I highly recommend it. It's a road trip involving a pretty dysfunctional family as they kind of come to grips with themselves and just themselves as individuals and as a family as a whole. It's a dramedy. It's really cool. It has two actors from Breaking Bad in it, coincidentally. It's Bryan Cranston and the guy that played Bryan Cranston's brother-in-law. I forgot his name.
That's cool.
He's the guy that when he
The
talks.
weird DA dude.
Yeah.
That like has the meme where it's like,
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that dude.
yeah.
A lot of the things that I've been consuming though have been music related. Started listening to The Weeknd. That's cool. I don't think it's
Interesting.
healthy for my mental health that I am listening to The Weeknd.
But it's
as
cool.
much, but it's cool.
Oh, let me put you on somebody. Your best friend Jippy. He dropped a new beat tape, and it's like an hour and a half long, and it is super cool. And like half of them are like reminiscent of MF Doom beats. And dude, it's just so good. Like,
I'll check.
there's
it out.
one part that we have to put in the podcast at some point, off of Rejuvenations, like the ending of it.
I'll check it out. But like, yeah, listen to the entirety of House of Balloons to like. I listen to his just whole discography at this point, and it's good. You see, like listening to his progression as an artist from like House of Balloons to now is like insane. Also, I think listening to him and getting attention from the opposite sex has really boosted my my confidence in ways that I am terrified of.
That's good.
Not really. This is getting validation from other people, and also like, bro, I don't want to
take
get a
it.
big ego.
I mean, you don't have to. I mean, it's like, I don't know. There's a difference between like having a big ego and I feel like, and like enjoying words of affirmation
Like-
to an extent. I don't want to be like 5 love languages
Yeah, 'cause,
or
like-
blah, 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 blah.
Nah, because
But it's like,
according
it's
to
cool.
according to some people, Jamari, apparently I miss signals.
No, you do.
What the fuck?
No, he does. Hold on, you might have to cut this part. The one girl. Okay, Jamari, I looked at her. He showed me the picture, and I said she's definitely into some freaky shit.
He's talking about the girl from Kentucky.
Yes, bro.
I told you. See, no, I looked at her and I went, "No, she's into freaky shit."
Bro,
and he
I
went,
don't
"You're the
know
third
why
person."
I don't know why you couldn't see that, bro. Her hair was purple.
Her hair's purple, and like just that third like Tinder pic, I was like, "Nah, bro."
I didn't even see the
she's
pictures, bro. I
she's-
haven't seen her. I don't know. I seen her. Actually, I did see her.
She's gonna tie you down and say some weird Kentucky junk like, "I'm gonna spank you.
But
I'm gonna ride your dick till it falls off."
okay.
Man,
But
that's so funny.
but like apparently like back in high school and like now and shit, I just like missed a bunch of signals.
No, you have.
From who?
People. I can't name examples because it's happened one too many times. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Seriously.
Yes. You almost like didn't date someone because of you missing signals.
I didn't?
Yeah. I forget what the fuck her name is, but the one short chick in 9th grade. What was her name? I don't want to say it.
Oh!
You almost didn't even date her because the fact that you didn't notice.
Yeah, I remember Tilly had to tell me that.
Yeah. The fact that he had to sit you down and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, because
by the way."
Yeah, because like she DM'd him though.
I could tell from the moment she looked at you, I was like, okay, she likes him. Jabari, what's happening?
Are you okay?
Jabari's sitting on the floor like,
Oh, what's up?
oh, I thought you
Are
were
you
like, you
alright?
heard
No, I'm
something.
thinking.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We thought that you heard something and we're like, judgmental. Okay, back to the consumer corner. So I've also played a lot of Lego Star Wars, which is such a good game, dude.
It looks pretty fun.
It's so good.
It looks fun.
Like the space battles are dope as hell. The boss battles are super fun. Just the amount of characters that you can play. Like you can play as a Rancor. You can also play as Han Solo in Carbonite. You can also play as Babu Frick, the little dude from Rise of Skywalker that goes, "I Babu Frick, hey hey." The little dude, he's so pretty. He goes, "Hey hey, I Babu Freak." And then C-3PO goes, "Hello, I'm C-3PO, the protocol droid." And then he goes, "I Babu Freak.
He began
Hello."
freaky.
He's a little dude that's like 4 inches tall.
He began freaky. He began freaky.
That reminds me of the scene from The Boys where like the dude turns really small and jumps in the girl's Gucci
Hey yo.
when they're walking to the one bar. You remember that? Where Ezekiel like stretches out all the way and he like goes and he makes out with men on the opposite couch.
Oh yeah.
And like the little tiny dude like does a little 10 out of 10 dive into some girl's vagina.
10 out of 10 dive is crazy.
He probably walks around in there like pressing buttons.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Women
Beep,
have
beep.
buttons in their vaginas.
I don't know that.
I don't either, but anyway, yeah, I've also consumed a lot of Batman shows. I don't want to be like, oh, I was riding the hype train of the Batman, but like it did kind of like remind me that the Batman is a really cool character that you can appreciate beyond what the DCEU has done to him and also what Injustice did to him. He has been redeemed in my eyes. Even Superman has been redeemed in my eyes. Like, Injustice as a whole and the DCU kind of ruined him for everyone, and they're like, Superman's an evil fucktard.
Yeah, Superman's only interesting when he's evil.
No, he's not. He literally is such a cool dude. Like, dude literally snapped out of a poison ivy coma to go save
His
Jane.
wife, bro.
Literally.
Lois Lane? Jane?
Nah, bruh. I was thinking Jane Foster. Fuck. Yeah, Thor actually appeared in the DC.
Yeah. But speaking of Thor, Love and Thunder trailer came
I didn't
out
look
for
at
that.
it.
It seems... I thought someone sharded. It seems fun. It seems cool.
I kind of don't give as much of a shit about live action MCU shit.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't, like... It's not something that I'd be like, oh, I need to go see this, like...
Yeah.
Like
Like, No Way Home, I was super excited about. Like, I'm gonna finish Moon Knight once it kind of, like, finishes a little bit, but I don't really care for it as
It
much.
seems very underwhelming.
It's a cool show if you like Oscar Isaac. I mean, it's a cool show. It's really pretty. There's a lot of things about the show that are really, really dope. The fact that they're introducing a secondary character that you don't really get to see a lot of so far in the MCU, and the fact that they're doing it well. They're not doing it like Eternals, where they're just like, oh yeah, we're using this movie to have a sex scene.
Ew.
And that's the entirety of Eternals. The entire Eternals subplot is literally just they fucked once in Mesopotamia, so now he's gonna fly into the sun.
Lol.
I mean, that's basically. Did you watch Eternals?
I just said lol out loud. That's crazy. No, I did not.
It was an underwhelming movie at best. The
Yeah.
sex scene wasn't even good. Like, you saw more of the dude than of the chick. Like, I mean, to be fair, like, I'm not saying, like, oh my god, you have to see the girl in a porn scene. I mean, it wasn't a porn scene, it was a sex scene. But, like, okay, long story short, they didn't even show anything. They were just moving up and down and breathing heavily.
Uh-huh.
There was no anything else. Not even a collarbone.
Not even a collarbone.
Not even a
It's
collarbone.
Fucking hilarious.
But you know what was a good movie?
The Batman.
It went a little something like... And then he went, I'm vengeance. I'm vengeance.
I'm vengeance.
I'm vengeance.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell, dude, when I found out that was Colin Farrell, I just about shit my pants.
Just about the war, Spanish save ahoy!
Good cop, bad shit cop. Like, that was such like a dope movie.
Yeah,
I've seen it 5 times.
You ever think they said ancient? Amas.
Amas. Whoa, chill out, sweetheart.
First time I've ever unironically liked the Penguin in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, he was genuinely charismatic.
Yes.
Which is so weird.
And he
because,
didn't have like the dude where he's like, hello, I'm the Penguin. How are you doing?
like it's
like in the Arkham games.
like it's so weird because it's like I'm so used
He's a
to
mob dude.
I'm so used to Penguin not being like a. I'm so used to Penguin being like a fucking
joke.
sleazeball.
A C-list like
Well,
piece of crap.
Penguin's not C-list. He's definitely like A-list Batman villain. But like you know what I mean? Like he's a dickhead.
I'm just gonna say it now, and you can throw something.
There's like
at
A
me.
tier and S tier.
I don't like Hush as a villain.
Movie wise or comic book wise,
The character.
just in general.
Yeah, I think Hush is just a dumb like
I feel like he works, but
he works. It's just it's the story itself that's more cool about Hush.
I
like,
feel like
He's not as cool of a villain as people are like. Oh my god, he's the Riddler, but different.
people. Well, that's like the movie interpretation. Going off like the comic book version, they meat rode the fuck out of Hush. I feel like Hush would have been done way better if they just made him Jason Todd, like they did in the comics.
And then it
where-
turned out to be Thomas Elliot.
No, that's literally what they did in the comics. It was like,
Oh, they did?
yeah, they revealed it. It was so convoluted. He took off the mask in front of Bruce at like Jason Todd's gravesite, and it was Jason Todd. But then Jason Todd moved out of the way, and a double of him came out that was actually Clayface, and then the real Jason Todd escaped.
So, okay.
But then the
In the-
real Hush is actually Thomas Elliot, and
Okay.
the Riddler just orchestrated it all in the background.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's why I was so confused watching the movie. Because I was like, why the frick is it the Riddler? Like,
Yeah.
I thought Hush was...
Oh no, Hush is Thomas Elliot in the comic book version.
Okay, it is.
But Riddler is just like the mastermind, like orchestrating everything happening. Also,
Okay.
there's speaking of that comic, really the only good things to come out from that comic is Jim Lee's art, because that art is amazing, and also the comic cover that has Joker wearing a shirt that says "I killed Jason Todd and all I got was this lousy T-shirt." And I find that hilarious.
God, Comic Joker is so good. We haven't, like, I don't want to say it because I don't want to say it. As much as I love Heath Ledger's Joker, I don't think we've gotten a proper Joker that is the Batman's Joker. Like, we've gotten a good Joker, but we have not gotten a good Joker that's like
Comic book.
comic book, like Batman's arch nemesis best friend.
Mm-hmm. I feel like the closest thing that we got to that was like either Heath Ledger or, as much as I hate to fucking say this, Jack Nicholson's. But like
I don't know, Joker's supposed to be this like sleazebag of a dude that like is like super smart, but like also like a fuckhead towards Batman.
bro killed children, shot Barbara Gordon, abused Harley Quinn for years. Blow has killed so many people, it's insane. But he still hates Nazis.
Okay, I mean, he has my vote.
Like, nah, because there's a page in the Marvel DC crossover where it's like him teaming up with Red Skull. And
Wait.
yeah, that happened like
No, I
While
have a
ago.
question. How do you think they're gonna do? Do you think they're gonna do some form of Red Hood? I mean, original Red Hood when he was still like pre-Joker, pre-Acid. Do you think they're gonna show anything like that in the new series?
Oh no, in this version, Matt Reeves said that he was born with that disfigurement.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So he's just naturally gross.
Yeah. Also, Ben, I have a question for you.
Go ahead,
Who was in Paris?
fellas, and Jay-Z and Kanye. Also, Napoleon was there for a time, but he got kicked out. And he tried to come back at one point, but then the French were like, "No, go fuck yourself." And they were like, and then he was like, "No, you go fuck yourself." And they were like, "Oh, okay, cool." So he stuck around a little longer, became a bit of a dictator. And then he got exiled to the island of St. Helen, where he died of age
Ben,
or sickness.
I'm not sure if that was who was in Paris.
Napoleon was definitely in Paris. Like that's like a bit of a that's a bit of a like staple.
Okay.
But you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, sure. I think that was good.
Yeah.
We did the consumer corner. You tried to get me to say the N-word.
It's all right, Benji.
All right. Good night, everyone.
It's good night. Good night.
Oh wait, no. Hold on.
Ooh.
There's an outro for this like meme compilations that I used to watch, and it would always end with, "We're so glad that you could join us. Please drive home safe, and come back tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night." Ba da 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 da. Good night. That wasn't the right chord at all.